from is this Riverview or Brandon? Brandon, Florida. We're on the other side of 75 today, east side of 75, facing one of the Tampa Bay DAs, the West Florida Flames. This is the first time they will meet this year. I don't know if there's more games. I think this might be the only game against each other. I don't know if they're coming home to play. We're gonna go through the lineup in a second. The Chargers are right now. The kids need like a W here just to recover a little bit and make sure they get back into being able to dominate games and be the kind of team that we're used to. We have Eric back today at camera, and Caillou's with the production and commentating the game. Hope you enjoy. Looks like can already tell Duran's gonna start on goal. We're gonna go through the lineup as soon as we see the kids on the field. Less than a minute away from starting the game. Some of these kids know each other quite well. Actually, 4 of the kids in the West Florida Flames used to play last year on the 12 UDA for the Chargers. So a lot of friends between the two teams, a lot of known faces. And the day is beautiful, probably high 60s. A little bit of wind, so the camera's gonna move a little bit. And so far, no rain here, so hopefully we can finish the whole streaming. And we're gonna go through the lineup in a second. Looks like Duran is gonna start at goal. On the left back, Eric. Playing in the middle of the defense, Alex and Nick, and playing on the right wing, right back, and Adele. In front of them, playing in the middle, Luca, I believe Thomas, and Magnus. I imagine that the right wing is going to be for Danny. He did a great job last week in Jacksonville playing that position. And on the left, we have Maximus. And playing on as center forward, Maximo. So that's the starting 11. A couple of changes from Jacksonville. And West Florida Flames starts the game right now. And we start the clock. Thank you for the help starting the clock. I always forget to do that. So I have 6 or 7 people now telling me to start the clock. West Florida Flames start with the ball, playing from the back. Ball goes to number 11. Jack, he played last year in Sarasota. Long pass for 50. Nick in front of him. Nick passes back to Duran. Duran long ball for Luca. Luca cannot control, and the goal goes to number 10, Michael. Number 6 opens to the other side. And it looks like 11 could not get to the ball. He's still with the ball. Eric in front of him. Eric fighting for that ball. And Eric is going to push that ball out. Actually, it came out of West Florida Flame. Oh, it's a foul. Played from the ground by Eric. Eric to Alex. Alex opens to Nick. Nick with no pressure. Opens for Magnus, but the ball goes all the way to Daniel. Daniel playing in the middle. He plays for Jordan. For Luca. Luca opens for Thomas. 2 is going to cut that ball. Ball goes back to 11. 11 playing to the middle for number 8. That's another player that played last year with the Chargers. And Adele with the ball. And Adele opens for Danny. Danny saves that ball from going out of bounds. And the ball goes back to Adele. And Adele with Nick. Nick opens for Thomas, but 6 gets to that ball. The ball is going to go all the way to Eric. Eric pushes back to Duran, almost corner kick, but Duran was able to get that ball safe, and he plays wide for Alex. Alex to Thomas. Thomas trying to play with Eric. That ball was touched, and it's going to be out of bounds for the Chargers. Ball played for Alex. Alex going to put the ball back to Nick. Nick has to open wide. Good opening for Anadel. Anadel has a lot of space in front of him. And he sends to Danny. Danny's the fast kid. He might get there, but 21, he raised that ball and opens for the goalie. The goalie doesn't take, opens for 50. The ball goes to 8. Danny recovers. Luca with the ball. Luca back for Nick. Nick has Luca, back to Nick. Still ball for Nick. Nick can open for Danny, but Jack cuts that ball. And finally, Anadel plays with Alex. Alex to Nick, Nick to Anadel, Anadel back to Magnus. Magnus for Luca. 6 is going to take that ball from Luca, and good recovery there by Alex. Ball goes back to Luca. Luca plays back to Nick. Pressure by the ball opens all the way to 50 on the left side. And Nick is going to take that ball. Clean take that by Nick, and the ball is going to go all the way to the fence and out of the field. Looks like there might be some. So after getting the ball from the sidelines, the Chargers are going to put that ball in play. The ref is asking and Adele puts the ball in play for Nick. Nick opens for Alex. Alex, pressure by 8. He opens all the way to Eric. Eric with the ball. Eric cuts around, opens for Thomas. Thomas controls, opens for Luca. Luca cannot control that ball. Number 19 takes it, and really strong kid. I think Duran just touched a little bit that ball to allow it to go to a corner kick after Duran stopping that ball. It hit the post and it went to corner. So great save there by Duran, and we cannot lose these balls in the front of the area. And the corner kick goes directly to a goal kick. Looks like player might have tripped, but the corner just didn't even come out. Duran's gonna put that ball in play for Nick. Nick opens for Luca. Luca with pressure. He passes for Maximo. Maximo to Thomas. Thomas sees Maximus. He plays with him. Maximus cuts around. He has options on the other side for Danny. Almost got that ball. The ball goes to Anadel. Anadel tried to play back to Danny, but intercepted by West Florida Flames. And good job there by Nick, taking that ball back to Anadel. Anadel can play in the middle for Magnus. Magnus has Thomas opening. He plays back to Luca. Luca goes around. Luca struggling to get that ball in possession, but it goes back to Alex. Back to Eric. Eric plays with Maximus, and the ball's going to come out of bounds. Eric puts the ball in play. Tomas going to kick high. Ball's going to go all the way to Danny. Danny, one touch. Danny crosses and corner kick. Good chance there. Danny did not want to kick it. He didn't have enough control to shoot. And the ball got as a corner kick. First corner kick for the Chargers, second of the game. And Luke is going to put that ball in play. Let's see if he plays short for Tomas. Tomas opens for Luka. Now Luka has a shorter. He puts it in play. The goal gets to Maximus. Maximus plays to the middle for Danny. Danny tries to cut in, but West Florida Flames gets that ball to Luka. Luka tries to play with Magnus. And the ball throws the goal kick. Ball played for Maximus. Maximus to Tomas. Tomas playing around, opens for Luka. Luka, nice cut there. Back to Tomas. Those two can play it with the ball. And back to Maximus. Maximus trying to hit directly from there. Not a bad idea. Just came a little bit soft and easy for the goalie. Now the sun is coming down pretty hard on us. So it started being cold, but now the day, as the sun comes out, it's getting a lot warmer. And out of bounds is going to be for the ball was out of bounds for the Chargers. Looks like the ref did not like where the West Florida Flames player Jack put it in play. He's going to be backed up again. This is not an area where there's not that much advantage. So stopping the game 3 times just to play a long throw. Oh my God, this is like a minute to spend on a sideline throw. They need to do it. I don't know if ball played to the middle. The ball comes to an Adele, and Adele tried to cross it. The ball is going to come all the way back to Jack. Jack kicks, and number 50 throws it out. Danny's going to put it in play for an Adele, and Adele plays back to Nick. Nick has options on the other side. He opens for Alex. Alex has Eric wide open. He plays for Tomas. Tomas still trying to get to that ball. He gets pushed down, no call there. And Michael from West Florida Flames clears that ball. It's going to go all the way to the side, and Anadol doesn't let them go. Plays for Nick. Nick opens back to Alex. Alex will put it back all the way to Duran. Duran has options. He plays to the side for Nick. Nick with pleasure by 50, and he takes care of that quickly by opening to an Adele, and Adele smooth plays with Luka. Luka opens for Alex. Alex back to Luka. Luka has options on the side. He plays for Tomas, but goes directly to number 10. Back to, that's Michael, opening for Tyler and opening for Jack. Jack cuts around, opens for number 50, and Adele is gonna clear that ball out of bounds. West Florida Flames not being a little bit more intense at the beginning of this half. And that's going to be called a foul. Push, looks like there was a push from behind. And put it in play quickly to number 10, Michael. Still ball for West Florida Flames. Goes all the way to the left wing, number 50. He plays for Long. It's going to be ball for the Chargers. And Adele's going to put it in play. And Adele for Magnus. Magnus turns around and plays with Danny. Danny, good play for Luka. Luka back to Magnus. Magnus with his brother, and good opening for Danny. Danny cuts around. Nice ball there, down in the middle of three guys. I don't think that was a foul, to be honest. I don't think that was a foul, but you know, we'll take it. It was not a foul. On the defense of the referee, he did not have a good angle there, but I think that we'll take it. We'll take it. Nothing bad about it. And dangerous opportunity. Good position for a lefty, but we don't have Sammy on the field right here. So they might put it in. Oh, directly. Good intention there by Luka, a little bit too high. Not a bad idea. It was more a position for a lefty, but I don't think there's any lefty right now that kicks fouls in the field. So ball goes directly out of bounds. Second kick towards goal. Well, this was actually not towards goal, but second kick on the goal direction after Maximus kick minutes before. So West Florida building from the back. Alex recovers the ball, plays with Eric. Eric plays with Maximus. Maximus back to Eric. Number West Florida Flames will take it. A little push there by Alex, no call. And Danny will recover that ball. Danny back to Luka. Luka with pressure. And Adele will recover, play with Nick. Nick has Luka in front. He plays wide for Magnus. Magnus with Anadel. Anadel cuts around. Anadel opens all the way to Alex. Good play there. Alex for Luka. Luka opens for Maximus. I don't know if that was the intention, but the pass came pretty good. Maximus with the ball. Maximus is still with the ball. Maximus goes, oh, 19 just got a hold of that when Maximus was already charging. And 19 comes with the ball. Actually, I don't know if that's 19 because I see another 19. So I got the defender number wrong. I'll wait until it turns around. Unless two are playing with the same shirt, which I don't think is allowed. Number 19 now with the ball to number 11. Cross to the middle. It's going to be a corner kick. Yep, corner kick. Second corner kick for West Florida Flames. And corner kick, on this time on the right side of Duran's goal. Ball played low for Tyler. Tyler couldn't contact that, and Luka takes the ball. Luka's still opening. Luka plays with Tomas. Tomas has some way ahead of him. Long pull for Maximus, but the ball went directly out of bounds. It's going to be a West Florida Flames ball. Long kick for 19. Nick's going to be there. Nick takes the ball and plays back. Oh, no. He finally plays back to Duran. Duran almost tripped there. He scared me for a second, and he plays for Anadel. Anadel cuts around. Anadel with pressure. He plays for Tomas. Tomas played for Luka. Michael takes that ball to number 50, and finally Anadel cuts that ball out of bounds. Ball played to Jack to the corner. Anadel with the ball, again out of bounds. Finally, Anadel kicks long. It's going to be taken by number 21. Down in front of him, 21 crosses to the middle. Tomama recovered that ball. and Magnus, but finally 21 takes the ball and he charges ahead. He's still ahead. Doesn't know really what to do, and it looks like Luca's going to take that ball. Soft pass for Danny, and the ball now in play. Ball for Maximus, but looks like the defense already recovered. The ball goes to Tomas. And finally number 2 takes the ball. A little bit of back and forth right now. Long ball, easy for Duran. Duran takes that ball in front of 19. And he plays short for Nick. Nick with 3 in front. He opens for Luca. We're playing our 4-3-3 with Luca just playing as a 6 in front of 2 defenders, getting a lot of action today. The ball came out of bounds. Daniel put it in play, long ball for Maximo. Maximo can cross. Maximo still with the ball. No foul there. Our foul on Maximo. Playing in the ground is not allowed to be a step on top of the ball. It's one of those things that they usually wait a little bit more to call it, but long ball serve, it's going to go all the way to Anadel, and Anadel recovers. Anadel plays back in the middle, good play for Alex. Alex softly plays, really smooth, to Nick. Nick, long ball trying to get to Tomas. Magnus recovers. Magnus back to Tomas. Good combination there. He has Maximus. And good cut there by the defender when the ball was getting to Maximus. Eric back with the ball. Deflected on 11. Maximus tried to keep it in play, but the ball came out of bounds. West Florida Flames is going to put that one in play. We're 17 minutes into the game, so sometime soon there's going to be the first changes of the game, usually on the water break if they do one today. Ball played for Danny. Danny cutting to the middle. Danny still with the ball. Beautiful play there. Back to Tomas. Tomas to Luca. Luca might try from far away. Good idea. Just came a little bit shy. Easy for the goalie. Good idea. Again, at this age, it's hard for the goalies to cover the entire goal. This is an adult goal. This is the size that they're going to play from now on. Some of the kids have not been able to go yet. Oh, beautiful combination! No, nice save by the goalie. Beautiful combination, and the kick, the final kick by Maximus just came shy. Let's take a look at that again. Good save by the goalie there. Good save by the goalie. He had to jump to his right to cover that. And finally, the rebound went to corner. Goal will go back again to corner kick. Michael will kick it out, clean that ball, and Luca, they used to play together years ago at Players Club, will put it back in play. Luca plays short for Tomas. Tomas plays again for Luca. Luca plays, opens for Anadel. Anadel cuts around. Anadel puts it for Tomas. No offside. Tomas just kicked on the corner of the goal. I thought that was going in. Good idea. Just shy. I think that probably kicked the post on the outside. And West Florida Flames puts the ball back in play. Good touch there by Tomas, recovering. Back to Magnus. Magnus tried to play it back, but the defender took that ball. The ball goes back to Luca. Luca for Maximus. Maximus going around 3 players. Plays back to Luca. Luca plays softly for Magnus. Magnus, good touch there by to Anadel. Anadel cutting in. Anadel, good try there. And easy for the goalie again. We're kicking from far away. Not a bad idea, trying to break that. Still have not been able to find one of those corners and get the first on the score, but every time the Chargers are playing more on the opposite field. Not now. 19 with the counter. Alex in front of him. 19 still with the ball. He has a cannon. He throws hard and goes wide again. And Duran says he did not touch it, and the ref agrees, so it's going to be a goal kick. We can not see from here. Looks like Duran might have scratch or something. He's complaining of his right side, but he's going to put it in play for Nick. Hopefully it's nothing. Nick charging ahead. Long ball for Tomas, goes all the way to Maximo. Maximo, good pass there by Danny, just a little bit too strong. Good idea, using the speed of Danny on the side there. The ball played to 21. Danny's going to recover. Danny plays to the middle. He tries to play with Maximus, but the defender caught that ball. The ball is now in Magnus. Magnus plays inside the area. 1, 2, 3 players. Nobody takes that ball. Danny tries to get that ball, and 50 is going to recover. 50 with the ball. He plays long for 19. 19 playing back. Oh, Magnus, beautiful stop there. Back to Tomas. Tomas going around. He has Maximus. He puts it on top. It's going to be a little bit too strong, and the ball will go directly out of bounds. Good idea. Good combination. Nice plays here right now. And looks like the first changes are going to come in. Looks like Eric is coming out, and Mateo is going to take his place as a left back. I see Carlos coming in for Tomas. Danny seems to also come out. I don't know who's going to play on the right side. Looks like Andrew's coming to play in the middle, center forward. And I saw also Samuel coming out, but he's probably going to play as a left wing. So those are the 4 changes. The ball goes back to West Florida Flames. Alex in front of the ball. Ball goes back to number 10. And finally, Luca is going to recover that ball. Luca plays for Carlos. Ball is going to go to Mateo. Mateo with 11 in front. Oh, he gets fouled. Strong foul there by 11. Out of time. Mateo is going to put it in play. Mateo back to Alex. He's limping. Alex back to Nick. Nick has options. He plays for Carlos. Carlos short for Mateo. Mateo has 11 in front of him. He plays for Samuel. Offside from the other side. I was not paying attention to that offside, but maybe it was. So offside, Samuel, first offside of the game. Those flags have been down the whole game, so is that another 19? Puts it in play. I think I see 2 19s in the field, but I'm old and my eyesight is not that good anymore. Mateo puts it in play for Carlos. Carlos turns around. He plays for Luca. Luca plays for Magnus. Magnus back to Nadal, and Nadal still with the ball. Plays back to Magnus. Too long. It's going to be taken by number 6. 6 plays to 8. 8 opens wide for 11. Mateo in front of him. 11 opens for 19, and he uses his body, and he calls the fall. He used his body clearly before getting to the ball, and that's a good call actually, because he just clearly did not go to play the ball and push Alex out of the way. You can cover the ball, you can just not push a kid that has another position. Not that clearly. And here's another player that played last year with the DA for the Chargers. He was the goalie, Jamison. He knows Mateo, so just give a high five. And the ball goes back to Duran. Duran plays for Nick. Nick, long ball, good ball for Maximo. Maximo touched a little bit. The ball goes to Andrew. First ball to Andrew in the game. Strong challenge there. And it's going to be called a foul. It's going to be called a foul. This ref does not want any physical contact. This ref does not want any physical contact, and he's calling absolutely everything. And Adele, long ball, good ball. for Carlos. Good header. They're just too soft and easy for the goalie. There were two West Florida players in the ground. Ball for 21 goes to Michael. Michael playing back to number 2. West Florida Flame will play a long ball for Jamison. Jamison cannot control, but 19 takes that ball. Alex clears out of bounds. Ball headed by Mateo to the middle, and 19 will take the ball, and good job there by Duran coming out and clearing that ball to a corner kick when 19 was ready to shoot. He put his body down and cleared that ball to a corner kick. That's going to be the third corner kick for West Florida Flames. 3 as well for the Chargers on this first half. Jamison's going to put that ball in play. Long ball to the middle. Luca tries to clear, and he plays for Andre for Samuel. Samuel trying to charge ahead. Still number 2 in front of him, and 15 is going to clear that ball out of bounds. With counter there, just the defense recovered pretty fast. Mateo is going to put that ball in play. He goes for Luca. And I don't know what happened there, but it looks like he did not put the ball in play as he's supposed to. Ball recovered by West Florida Flames. Samuel plays for Carlos. Carlos charging ahead. Andrew takes it. Andrew tries to kick, and Michael gets in front of it. Now number 7 playing to the side, and Adele will recover that ball back to Luca. Luca for Magnus. Magnus for Andre. Andre plays for Carlos. Carlos has Samus, plays with him. Samu puts back in the middle for Andre. No call there, no offside. Andre with the ball. Andre tries to cross long for Maxima, and he was out of offside. So another offside. Good play there by the defense, playing the line high. The ball goes all the way to Nadal, and they put it soft for Luca. Luca plays with Andre. Andre cannot pass that ball, and the ball will go back to Mateo. Mateo goes around number 8. He plays with soft for Samuel. Samuel charging ahead. Samuel cuts back. He plays with Carlos. Carlos back to Samuel. Samuel can cross. He crosses. Easy for 10, but the ball will go to the side. Kick back to Samuel, and Samuel commits a foul on number 15, not 19. I think that's the number I've been confusing all the time by 19. 19 is the center forward. Need to go for my eye exam again. And number 10 of West Florida Flame, Michael, is going to put it in play. Not Mateo or Alex couldn't control that ball, and number 8 takes that ball. Tyler still with the ball. Mateo in front of him. Alex in front of him. Mateo is going to recover that ball. He plays short for Luca. Luca back to Alex. Alex still with the ball. Alex still with the ball. Alex still with the ball. He plays for Magnus. Magnus plays soft for Anadel. Anadel will play for Maximo. Maximo cuts in the middle. He tries to play with Andre, but the ball goes directly to a defender. And now Nick. Oh, offside. I could not see that offside, but I think he calls the foul and not the offside. But Nick will put it in play. Nick for Alex. Alex charging ahead. Alex long ball for Samuel. Offside. offside. I could not see that offside, but either way, I was not paying attention. Ball goes back to Mateo. Mateo plays with Samuel. That's a foul. No call. Looks like we could not get the ball to a clear chance in the front, but we're controlling the game a lot more than before. We started a little bit slow, and after the first 10 minutes, we've been, like, in my opinion, controlling more the pace. Ball goes to Anadel on this side. Anadel plays to Carlos. Carlos gets the ball. Carlos still with the ball. Carlos plays with Maximo. No offside. Nice cut by Maximo. Cuts to. Woo, beautiful skills there. He crosses to the middle, but directly, I think the ball just bounced in front of him, and his cross went directly to a goal kick. Did a couple of really beautiful moves there. And West Florida Flames put the ball back in play. Number 21 with the ball, pressured by Andre. Andre still almost takes that ball. The ball goes to number 10. 10 goes around Maximo. 10 still with the ball, plays long, easy for Nick. Nick takes the ball and plays beautiful, elegant to, that was an offside, no call. It's interesting because that was a clear offside, but no call. And West Florida Flames take the ball on the counter. Push from behind there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We cannot get that ball. And finally, we get the ball to Alex. Alex plays with Mateo. 17 in front of him. Jamison, Mateo playing with Samuel. The 1-2 did not work out, and the ball will go directly out of bounds. All recovered there by Nick. It's going to go back to Nick again. Nick plays wide for Mateo. Mateo with Jamison in front of him. He charges ahead. Nobody in front. Plays with Samu. Samu will play back. He will play with Carlos, but West Florida Flames takes the ball and long play back to Nick. Nick playing for Anadel. Anadel charging ahead. He plays with Andre, offside. Offside again. Playing really on the line, and probably should play one step back and try to cut in and look for the long pass if they're playing a high line. Ball back to the goalie. He plays with 21. He's taking too much time, and they'll have to play long all the way to number 3. Number 3 did not try to control, not sure what he tried to do there, but the ball comes out of bounds. Out of bounds for play with Maximo, back to Anadel, back to Magnus. The ball goes back to Luca. He plays back to Alex. Alex with space. Alex wide for Samuel. Samuel tried to play for an offside now. Good call there. I was online with that one, and 19 was waiting for that ball when it came out. First offside for West Florida Flames. And we're probably a minute or two away from the end of the first half. Still scoreless. Ball played for Andre. Andre plays wide for Samuel. Let's see if we can use that last chance on this. Cross to the middle. Oh! And great opportunity here. Andre just could not get to that ball. And that would have been a good way to stop the first half. Scoreless first half, and we're going to be back in 5 minutes. So just stay tuned. Looks like we're getting ready to start the second half. We're going to go through the changes in a second. The typical change on goal. The second half, Mateo is going to play under the goal. And let's see what changes we have on the field. So far, I don't see anybody that wasn't playing on the first half, not playing on the second half. Oh yeah, actually Danny came in because Mateo went in for Duran, and Adele came in on the back. So ready to start the second half. Just those two changes: Duran out for Mateo and Danny in for Mateo in the field, actually. And game starts now, second half. Let's see if we can get something else going on. Ball for Luca, playing the same position the entire game. Back to Nick, Nick to Alex, the two central defenders. Alex plays with Magnus, Magnus to his brother, Maximo. Maximo didn't open for Samu, Samu for Andrew. Andrew cuts to the middle, 7 players there. He needs to open that ball. Back to Luca. A lot of players there in the middle for the West Florida Flames. Ball goes to an Adele, and Adele back to Danny. Danny playing again that right wing position. Hasn't played on defense today. Ball goes to Alex. Alex playing for Sammy. Sammy playing the left back now. Sammy for Magnus. Magnus for Sammy, and Sammy crosses all the way back to Nick. Nick will play back to Mateo. First ball for Mateo on goal. Mateo opens wide for Alex. Alex with some pressure, but not high pressure. Plays with Samuel. Samuel has some space. Samuel, long ball for Andrew. Good ball. Andrew will take that ball. Oh, offside. I thought he was online. I thought he was online with the last defender, but the offside was called by the linesman. He took a while to call it. I don't know why he waited so long, but he called it when Andrew was charging ahead, and it would have been a clear chance to start the second half. Ball shape plays short for number 15. Maximus touches that ball. Back to Sammy. Sammy plays to the middle. Ball for Carlos. Carlos to Luca. Luca plays wide to Danny. Danny's going to try to cut that, and number 3 clears out of bounds. And Adele puts it in play for Luca. Luca cannot control. Number 2 takes it. Long ball for 19 in offside. Clear offside. And the sun is coming down pretty hard right now. Still nice temperature, but really, really sunny. Nick's gonna put the ball in play for Adele. Adele back to Nick. Nick plays all the way to Danny. Danny, nice play with Carlos. Carlos tried to play with Andrew, but number 21 cut that ball. 6 with the ball now. Opens for 15. Maximo in front of him. Good pressure by Maximo. The ball comes out of bounds. Ball long for Samuel. Comes out of bounds. Ball played for 19. 19 goes around. And good defending skills there by Sammy, getting in front of the ball. And now Sammy taking his time. He clears, and his pass goes directly to 15. 15 to 6. 6 gets the ball taken but recovers. No pressure there. Maximo has to come up. He plays short, and the ball gets all the way to Samuel. Nobody wants to head that ball, and finally Andrew takes the ball. He can open wide. He goes around. Good ball there. Good ball. Come on! That is not an offside for the... Oh my God! That was awful. That was awful. It's when the pass is done. It's when the pass is done, not when the player gets the ball, for God's sake. That was an awful call. I was in line with that one, and he could not call this one correctly. He was probably a meter behind the defender when the pass was done. They're not being great on those. The ball goes all the way to 19, and now James plays the ball back to number 6. Carlos is going to take that ball back. Carlos plays back to Nick. Nick's been really good the whole game. He plays with Luka. Luka opens for Anadel. Anadel cuts back. He trips, and ball taken by West Florida, playing with 19. Anadel recovers offside. I cannot tell if that was offside or not. I cannot see it from here. But the last one really upset me because I was looking at it and it was clearly not offside. Apologies for screaming at you guys. I did not agree with the last call. Long ball for Nick to Andrew. Andrew gets stripped. That's a foul, no call. Ball played by 21. 21 goes over 1, 2, 3. Ball gets to 17. 17 has Samuel in front of him. Samuel still 17 with the ball. Be careful there with the penalty. And the ball is going to come easy for a goal kick. Haven't been able to create any chance in front in the second half. Couple of bad calls on offsides, but ball played long, and Mateo played wide for Alex, but it looked like the ball came to corner kick. Not good communication there. And first corner kick for the Chargers. First corner kick for West Florida Flame on the right side of their attack. The Chargers leaving 3 players ahead for a counter. Low ball, Nick clears, goes back to 15, 15 back to the middle, 22 with the ball, 22 fighting with Luka. Luka takes it, ball to Nick. Ball played to the middle for Carlos. Carlos plays short for Anadel. Anadel plays wide for Danny. Danny goes around number 3, and he has to play back to Anadel. Anadel plays back to Nick, and Nick had to go through the ground to get that ball. That was not a good pass back because there was a defender there. There was an attacker, and another corner kick. We have to be more sharp and awake on the back and not give those balls or corners. Easy corners that create chances for West Florida Flames. Second corner, this time on the left side. Michael is going to put it in play. Long ball to the middle, and Mateo jumps and gets that ball. Good effort there by Mateo. Mateo plays, no, doesn't play. He waits and plays short for Nick. A lot of players on high pressure from West Florida Flame. The ball goes all the way to Anadel. Nice move there, getting away. Still ball for Anadel. Anadel throws a little bit too hard for Carlos. Carlos cannot control that ball. And finally, Luka playing there for Maximo. Maximo's for Magnus. Magnus takes the ball for Maximo. Maximo plays for Carlos. Carlos plays wide for Samuel. Samuel doing He's beautiful. He tried to go around 15, and 15 clears it out. A good effort there by Sammy coming up and helping on the left wing. He's playing a left back position he's not used to, and now the ball for Andre played to Maximo. Maximo gets a corner kick out of that. And another corner kick for the Chargers. Let's see if we can get something out of that now that we have Andre there in the middle. Andre is a great header and probably about a feet taller than any other kid in the play. So Luke is going to put a long ball in play. Long ball in play. Andrew's there, but Jameson clears. Doesn't clear. Nick with the ball. That was a handball. No call. I thought it was a handball. definitely the ref was closer. Alex takes the pressure out, plays short to the middle. West Florida Flames takes it. Good play for 17, and Luca more awake, takes that ball. Ball back to Maximo. What is that offside? Oh my God. Oh my God, that's an offside that nobody else in the entire galaxy saw, but the linesman saw an offside there. 20 minutes later, there's a call for an offside. He probably has some ultra sharp vision that nobody else in the entire universe can have. Ball plays short for number 15. Maximo comes back to cover. Maximo deflects out of bounds. Long ball. Samuel gets the ball. Alex gets the ball. He gets taken by 17. Foul back and forth, and it's going to be a foul on the right side. West Florida Flames parents really happy about the effort here by 17. 15 is going to put the ball in play. Long play. Sammy clears for Magnus. Magnus plays quick for Andre. Andre trying to control that ball. Andre going through 4 people. And that is an offside. That Nah, that was offside. That one was. Finally, he got one right. So at the third time that he calls an offside, he calls it right. He needed 3 to call the right one, and that was offside. Andrew was about 3 feet ahead of the last defender. Long ball, Nick takes that ball. 19 fighting with Nick, push back and forth, no call there. The ball goes to Maximo. Maximo fighting there. Nothing happens. 22 takes the ball. 22 still with the ball. And the other 22, Luca takes it, plays with 33. Andrew, long ball, beautiful. Andrew, you're on offside. You're clearly an offside, Andrew. That one was clear. That one was clearly offside. That one was clearly offside. The parents now are protesting that one, but that one was an offside. He was ahead of the defenders. But, you know, it goes for the other calls. Everybody's upset right now. I see some of the players on the Chargers already warming up on the other side. And West Florida Flames is going to put it in play. Played short for 22. 22 sends a bullet back to 21. 21 will play with the goalie. Goalie has to kick long, probably directly out of bounds. Yes, out of bounds. Good pressure there by Andre. Chargers now trying to see if they can create something, and Adele playing to the middle. Alex is going to control that ball. Alex cuts around, plays with Luca. Luca ball for Carlos. Carlos to Magnus. Magnus has somebody in the right. Good pass there. No flag. Miracle. There's no flag. Maximo tried to cover 1-2, and finally the ball gets deflected from him. Goal kick. That was probably the first time that we moved the ball in the midfield and there wasn't an offside. Ball played by 21. 21 plays wide. Danny doing a great job there taking that ball back. Ball will go to Nick. Nick plays back to Anadel. Anadel crosses for Danny. Too strong. It's going to go out of bounds. And West Florida Flames takes the ball back. Short ball. I don't know if it will be recovered by Anadel, but 19 takes it back. The ball will probably go out of bounds. And out of bounds from 19. So when Anadel tried to kick it, was already out. Anadel will put it in play. Anadel plays back for Nick. Pressure by 19. Nick turns around, smooth. Nice play there. Long ball for Andre. Andre stops it with the chest. Strong chest there. He plays for Carlos. Carlos plays with Danny. Danny has to come back to recover. Danny tried to play with Anadel, but they did not get confused. And finally the ball comes all the way to Alex. Alex playing there in the middle, crosses for Anadel. Anadel gets the ball. Anadel plays with Carlos. Carlos with pressure by 10. Michael. Carlos goes around. Still Carlos. Passes to Daniel. Daniel crosses to the middle. Danny, good cross all the way for Magnus. Good pass there. Good pass for. Good cross. And oh, that was a great opportunity, but still alive. Still alive. And the last kick goes in. That was a great opportunity. Let's look at that cross again. Beautiful cross. And great cross and good touch there. Long ball for Alex. Alex plays back for Mateo. Mateo with pressure, with no pressure, plays short for Nick. Andre almost got the contact on that ball. Long ball for Danny. Danny to Anadel. Played quickly back to Danny. Number 21 anticipates and takes the ball back for West Florida. Michael back to 21. Still Michael. Long ball for 19. No offside. Looks like the ball came out of bounds. And looks like we're going to get the first changes on the second half. We're 16 minutes into the game, into the second half. And let's go. Danny's coming out. It looks like for Maximus. Also Carlos coming out for Tomas. And I think that's it. I don't see any more changes. So 2 changes on the... Luca playing strong with Tyler. The ball goes to Andre. Nice play with Andre. And the long ball now, Mateo coming out all the way. And Mateo tried to play. Oh, and nicely, Samu kept that ball inside. Beautiful combination there. And a strong tackle. Good job. Intense play there. Foul by number 17 to Samuel. Samuel did a great job saving that ball from Mateo to go out of bounds. Samuel playing back with Alex. Alex back to Samuel. Samuel back to Magnus, but Magnus short. And now Tomas playing hard is going to recover. Still the ball. A little bit of frustration there on that side of the field. We need to recover back. Still ball for 22, back to Michael, and finally Magnus takes that ball, puts it down. Ball's gonna bounce for number 2 and plays back to the goalie. The goalie's gonna play with 21, no pressure there. Andrew has to recover all the way from the other side. 21 opens wide for Jack on that side. I think he's playing with a 71 or 11. It's hard to see because it looks like it's kind of broken, that number. And he plays back. Ball goes back to 6. 6 plays long for 15. 15 playing wide for 17. Jamie's going to get there. Oh, he's not going to get there, so out of bounds. Ball will be put in play by Samuel. Samuel short for Alex. Alex back to Samuel. Samuel opens to Nick. Nick with pressure. He cannot clear, but Alex takes that ball. Alex to Maximo, but he couldn't save that ball. Ball goes out of bounds. It's getting a little bit windy here. Yeah, another little throw in. There's no calls now. And I don't know what the call is there. Probably offside. We are not really happy with the refereeing today. It's not been the best, but not been the wars either. Oh, the ball now for number 50. Dangerous ball right there. Ball goes to 22. 22 opens. And finally, Luca clears to the other side. Looks like Maximus is going to get there. Yes, he does. And he plays short for Thomas, but West Florida recovers. No, Maximus takes it. And finally, the ball is going to go out of bounds for the Chargers. Another ball that we cannot clear up from the back. Fortunately, we haven't had any balls so far going on the other direction, and it's going to be an out of bounds for the West Florida Flames team now. We're almost 20 minutes, 15 minutes left to play on this game, and still scoreless game. Several chances, most of them. West Florida has had one clear opportunity that Duran was able to save. Good ball here by Andre for Maximus, but the advantage is for the West Florida Flames. The kick really bad. We'll go to, that's a handball. That's a handball. Good call there by the ref. Unlucky for the defender. He could not head that ball. He could not head that ball, and when the ball bounced in the ground, hit his arm, and his arm was not attached to his body. If your arm is separated from your body when you touch the ball, that's a handball. And dangerous opportunity. Looks like it might be Luca going for directly, and nothing there. Just came high and probably too soft. And West Florida Flames goalie puts it in play for 21. Andre and the Chargers coming with high pressure now. The ball goes to 10, back to 21. Putting it high for Luca. Luca heads out. And Maximus recovers. Maximus with the ball. Maximus goes around, passes back to Nadal, and Nadal can open for Magnus. Magnus back to Luca. Luca opens all the way to Maximo. James clears that ball. Oh, actually it came out of Maximo, so it's going to be... Oh, what is the call? I am not sure what the call is. Oh, okay, out of bounds. The ball directly to Samuel. Samuel plays nice for Maximo. Maximo back to Samuel and that ball was not intended to go to Maximus, but it gets there. And now the counter, no counter. And Adele takes the ball. And Adele still with the ball. Michael doing a nice, beautiful job there. And Luca coming down to the ground to take that ball. 50 with the ball, tries to play it long. Ball goes to 22, and beautiful Nick, beautiful defending skills there, takes the ball out and clears for an out of bounds, stopping that counter temporarily from the West Florida Flames. The white team taking a long time to throw the ball in. Ball comes to the middle. Oh, that was a dangerous cross. Nobody clears that ball. There's a handball, no call. And finally, Alex from the ground, or somebody cleared that ball for the love of God. Okay, and finally, Tomas clears that. Ball long played for Maximus. Maximus tried to play with Andre, but number 2 recovers. Number 2 for 50. 50 plays long for 8. Tyler. Tyler back to number 2. Number 2 loses the ball. Played with Luca. Luca plays long for Maximo. Maximo trying to go around. And he just got magged by Samuel. Looks like there's going to be 3 more changes coming in. Looks like 3 more changes coming in. Andrew's coming out. Maximus is coming out. And I cannot tell who the third change is. Looks like Magnus is coming out as well, and I'm not sure what the changes are right now. I lost a little bit track. Looks like Eric came as a left back. Ball play long for Alex. Alex plays back, beautiful for Eric. Eric cuts around and passes for Tomas. The ball goes all the way to Carlos. Carlos for Samu. Samu playing in that position now, no offside. He's can cross there. He turns around, crosses. He crosses another one, and still Samuel with the ball. Samuel for Eric. Eric still with the ball. Eric lets it bounce out of bounds, and he plays short for Luca. Luca opens for Anadel. Anadel for Danny. Danny came in for that side of the goal. Good ball for Danny. Good ball for Danny. Good ball for Danny. Danny still with the ball. He gets straight from the back. No call there. No call there. No call there. That's one of those fouls that if it's not in the area, you might get it called. But in the area, you're probably not going to get a penalty kick. The ball for 22 plays back to Nick. Nick playing for Maximo. Maximo to Tomas. Tomas opens wide for Samuel. Samuel tried to play at the first touch, and 2 recovers the ball. 2 plays with 15. Samuel in front of him. Samuel takes it, and he gets fouled. And he gets fouled. No call. I don't know how that's not a foul, but anyway. Long ball. Eric's going to recover that ball. Eric plays down and gets fouled. No call. Ball for Chargers. Played short for Tomas. Tomas playing for Nick. Nick opens for Anadel. 33 can have Danny there. He cuts it back. Tries to play to the middle. Still in the middle, but 2 is going to take that ball out. And now, oh, finally Carlos recovers there. Carlos to Anadel. Anadel tries to play with Danny. Jack gets before to that ball, and Anadel gets it back. Anadel plays to the middle. 19 gets that ball. Look in front of him. Nick in front of him. Nick's going to take that ball. Good touch there. But 15 is coming there. 15 playing wide. Eric in front of him. Eric takes that ball. No panic there. The ball now for Alex. Alex, Tomas, nobody wants that ball. 22 plays long for 19. Careful there, Alex. Careful there, Alex. Beautiful, Alex. Beautiful, Alex. He takes it out for Eric. Eric sends it back to Tomas. Tomas has Carlos. Plays with him. Carlos has Anadel. Plays all the way to Danny. Danny with 11. Jack in front of him. Danny still with the ball, and West Florida Flames recovers. Long ball, it was an offside and a foul. So we have 2 things. We'll pick up the offside because it happened first. 19 was offside and then pushed down Nick, so good call there by the ref and the linesman. Alex is going to put that ball in play. 19 really close to the ball. Trying to lose a little bit of time. 27 minutes, so ball played for Danny. Danny has a little bit of trouble here controlling. Back to Nick. Nick for Anadel. Anadel back to Alex. A lot of players on that side. We need to cross. Good cross for Eric. Eric plays with Samuel. Samuel back to Eric. 22 is going to get there in front and plays short for 11. 11 plays for 19. That combination. And Nick just in front of him. He's really fast and oh! That was nasty. Wow. That was off time to the leg. Not a clean play there. Not a clean play there. Not a clean play there. Not a clean play, and he's lucky to get a yellow out of that because he was out of time to the knee. That was not sure if that was frustration or what, but that was not a good play. I mean, you can get somebody injured with a play like that. So hopefully that yellow helps understand a little bit not to do those type of plays. could have been perfectly a red. And the ball played back to Eric. Eric to Alex. Alex tries to clean and gets a corner kick after a push. After a push on his face by 19, but he gets out of it and he gets a corner kick. Starting to get hot in here. Cross to the middle, easy for Luka. Luka plays with Tomas. Tomas has Samuel. Samuel needs to run that sideline. Samuel gets it. Samuel cuts to the middle. Sammy tries to play back to Eric. Will put that ball in play. Eric plays short for Luka. Luka with the space. 19 comes. 19 comes. Luka still with the ball. Luka goes to 1, 2, 3. Plays back to Maximo, but Maximo couldn't get back to Luka. Now the ball back to Maximo. Maximo has several options there. He plays with offside. That was an offside. I could have been offside. I cannot see it from here. It could have been an offside. I cannot see it from here. It was definitely tie, so I'll give the benefit of the doubt to the linesman, so it was an offside for sure. He's been wrong almost all day. Good job there by Samuel, getting the ball, and a foul on 22. A foul on 22.
Where's that card, ref?
A foul on 22 out of time that just... Why are you sending him out of field? So head injury means you have to come out of the field. No yellow card, but the kid that received the fall has to go out. So it should look. It makes no sense. Anyway, it looks like nobody's coming in. Nobody's coming in. Bien, ¿cómo estás? Nobody coming in. We still have 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Luka's going to put it in play. Long ball. Easy for 21. Maximo tries to recover that ball. He plays to the middle. Nick gets the ball. Cannot control. Ball for 11. Nick still fighting for that ball. Long ball for 19. 19 pushing back. 19 plays for 50. 50 is going to score. And no offside on that one. No offside on that one. So, again, several pushes. And this team cannot be more unlucky this season. Well.
One more.
And West Florida Flames gets the first goal after a good counter. No offside there. Danny controlling the ball. He gets pushed from the back, no call. Luka still with the ball. Number 8 takes it, Luka takes it back to Danny. Danny taking to the middle. Danny with 11 cuts it, out of bounds. Let's see if they can recover on these last 3 minutes and get the score level back. Samuel comes back in to take that left wing. Ball played for Tomas. Tomas still with the ball, cuts around. Good job there. Oh, actually, Carlos. Carlos with the ball. Cuts in the middle. And cleared out by number 2. Out of bounds. Chargers now putting all the effort to level the game. And the ball cuts to the middle. And clear out. Still pressured there. Ball goes to Tomas. Recover. Played wide to 15. 15 with Samuel in front of him. Samuel clears. Out of bounds. Ball cleared out again by the West Florida, by Samuel. Long ball, played for Alex. Alex going to cut it out of bounds again. He's really mean. He's a little piece of shit, yep. Oh, I'm saying that live? Yeah, that parent is a little piece of shit. I'm sorry about that. I shouldn't have said that live. But teaching the kids how to play Catenaccio. 19 takes the ball, Eric in front of him, plays back to 11. 11 long ball, it should be easy for Mateo. Mateo takes it, plays wide for Anadel. Anadel trying to charge ahead. He plays long for Danny. Danny has some speed. Let's see if he can get there. Let's see their bad combination there. The ball gets to 2. 2 clears out. Carlos taking the ball. Carlos still with the ball. Nobody can control that ball. And finally, Luca is going to control that ball in the midfield. Luca plays with Maximo. Maximo to Carlos. Carlos, long ball played, but no lock. And the ball cleared all the way back to Nick. Nick is going to put it long for Danny. And Jack clears that out all the way to the other side of the field. Nick's going to put a ball back to Alex. That number 19 has been running the whole game. He definitely has some stamina. Ball played for Eric. Eric plays directly to 22. 22, long ball for 11. Alex in front of him. Alex cuts. Nice cut by Alex, clearing that ball. Still, well, actually the time is over, so anytime the game's going to be gone. Ball back to 22. 22 with the ball, nobody in front of him. Eric with the ball, Eric being pushed, and it's going to be a corner kick. And that's probably going to be the end of the game. And this is going to be the second game then, and deservedly. These kids are going to lose with a 1-0. And the Chargers taking a long time playing on the corner, and this is the end of the game. And West Florida Flames takes this one. West Florida Flames 1, Chargers 0. And we'll be back now in December. Thanks for watching.